I'm gonna sit down with you guys this morning. Normally, I'll do a men's wellness check, and I'll continue to do those. But today, this was just a wellness check. A great friend of mine. She's been around in my life for many years. She was part of Impact Athletics Association. She's given me some great advice. I've given her some advice. I hope that she's integrated into her life. She's shaped and molded the lives of so many people, highly spiritual, highly aware, all these things. And this morning when we crossed paths, it's one of those things, like sometimes you can look at somebody and, when you see they look maybe under the weather, but this wasn't that. And I asked her, I said, "How you doing?" She said, "Well, I'm not okay today." And then the tears started coming, and you could tell then it was like, okay, she's been crying. And I just stopped and I said, "Do you need a hug?" And so we stood there and hugged for like about a minute straight. And then there was a moment where that breath that somebody allows themselves to take. That breath that just says, thank you, whatever it is. And not even just thanking me, but just where you can just be relieved. And that's what she said. She said, "I just need a hug some days." And I said, "You have my number anytime you need." We should be definitely aware and astute of things like that with people in our lives. But sometimes we got to stop beating each other down long before we get to the point where we need the hug. We should be building each other up way more than we should be beating each other down. And when I say that, I know like the people that we're close to, we're probably building up more than we're beating down. But we also have this notion of what we do on social media, how we treat people that we just might cross paths with in traffic, at the store, things like that. Those things matter too, because every time we get flipped off in traffic, every time somebody cuts us off or takes something or grabs that cart or whatever else, or is just rude, those are small levels of just sucking our energy away. So it's not just about hugging your brother or your best friend or the people that you see and are accustomed to. And I'm not saying you have to go physically hug other people, but we can certainly take away some of the vitriol that we just walk around with, because we're all armored up. This is the society that we live in. We are armored up. We are ready for somebody to F you in traffic, and we're ready for somebody to, you do realize, on social media. We're ready for that. And it's a crappy place to be, because you get hardened by every punch in the gut that you get sometimes. And so what do? Often people dish it back. As much as we try not to, we are still on some level victims, and then we turn into the very things that we don't want to be. And that's a hard place to be, especially when you don't want to be that. But this is what happens. And so when you have that, we have to stop and have some self-realization. We have to have some accountability. We have to manifest better things from within. And it's the old Mahatma Gandhi saying, be the change in the world that you want to see. And so that's where we really have to get to, is a place where we want to start making positive change. And that starts with the small things. Those are things that our elected politicians can't do for us. Those are things that athletes and entertainers can't do for us. We can follow people's cues and we can be inspired by what some people do or what they've ascended to, but we ourselves have to do our own work in our own corner of the world and make our world a better world, so when we are orbiting around other worlds, it's a better place for everybody. And I went in and checked on her again, and we talked just about other things. We really didn't even get to what was bothering her, but sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes it's just enough to be able to know that somebody cares. You can sit and chit-chat, take your mind away from it, and hug it out, which we did before I left. And that made my day as well, because I don't get hugs all the time either, and there was nothing necessarily wrong, but human interaction, that's a beautiful thing. And man, I don't know. That's just where I'm at with it. So I'm rambling. but it's a powerful thing to share with somebody. So I'm going to leave it at that. What are your thoughts? Ace up the sleeve, advice, comment, experience, leave it in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. Good morning, sir. Life is good. How about yourself? All right. Have a great day. And I hope this finds everybody in your place, pursuit, or beginnings of total health, mind, body, and soul. Peace, love, unity, solidarity. And this time I'm going to try and now you should have your subscriptions and videos. Stick around.